Hey, let's talk about game news now.
Right.
Some of that is just from today.
Yep, and I'm sitting here chewing on food and stuff like that. I should take a drink out of my mug to make sure. Oh no! Oh, I'm just kidding. There's nothing in there.
What was that about? I thought there was going to be something in there.
No.
A weird little sequence.
Because I saw a few people on the chat. They were like, "Why is James drinking coffee at this time?"
Oh. Why do you have it? Because it's the Mega Man E?
It's a cool Mega Man mug.
It is cool.
Like whenever you see like casters at a desk, they always have their mug sitting there, you know, and they always try to have their pen so that they sit there and do this with their mugs and stuff like that, you know. So.
Oh, you know what I meant to give to you? I'll try to do this next week. Is I got a Mega Man energy drink from Combo Breaker.
Okay.
And I just was going to give it to you because I thought if anybody was going to care about it, it would be you. So.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So.
I'll give you the Mega Man energy drink.
All right, sounds
It was
good.
awful. I recommend never drinking it.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll just use
anyway, so Mortal Kombat. PC port, maybe new dev?
Yep, perhaps a new dev, so maybe they'll finally be able to play the game. I still can't believe, like, some people can't play it.
I think it's been improved to like a sizable degree, but it's
there are still some people who said they can't even access it or play it still, so it's just really unfortunate. So, but I don't know. It's like I heard the same thing happened to Arkham Knight that just came out today.
Yes, I heard that too.
I heard the PC port is unplayable.
I heard that too.
What's going on? Like, it's just crazy to me, so...
You know, so Street Fighter V, you can pre-order it and you can play the beta.
I pre-ordered it today. Because I want to play the beta so badly.
I just don't want to pre-order things.
Oh.
I just don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
And I feel like I have to be a scab to that cause and play it and, order it anyway. And
when I get my code to download the beta, I will let you know, and you can come over and we can mess with it.
That would be fantastic.
There you go. We should definitely just stream us toying around in the game for a while.
Yeah, that would be good for sure.
Just like hours. Even if it's just Ryu and Chun. Like if it's only those two characters, I will sit here for like 5 hours playing Ryu and Chun.
Oh yeah.
Like just to
I can play Ryu that whole time.
Yeah, I know. I'll play Chun the whole time.
We'll talk about Street Fighter V.
Okay.
Oh, that Ryu stand light kick.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X got a big patch today.
Shocked everybody, seems like.
Out of the blue.
Yep. Again.
Nobody knew it was coming. I was just sitting there and doing some work, and next thing I knew, you sent me a tweet that was like, Goro and Kano get buffs, huh? And
dude, I basically said NRS loves you.
Yeah.
Because, seriously, some of those Kano buffs, I read some of those, I was like, dude, like...
they're weird choices, honestly. Like, well, let's briefly go through them. We don't need to talk about everything, but just the notable ones, I think. One is that D'Vorah, they reduced the cancel advantage after forward 2-2, the little overhead swipe piece.
Okay.
You cancel into her bug thing, and then you cancel that into a run, right? But there's less advantage.
Okay, so in other words, it's not as tight of a block string that it used to be if you're blocking it.
Correct, right? And it's a little bit, and in addition to that, the bug bomb, you have to hold it for three more frames before you can dash cancel out of it.
So in other words, they made it so that the block stun on that move is shorter, and also it takes longer before you could run, making the hole even bigger than...
Basically, the things that she did are still possible. This is what I've read. I haven't tried. I haven't been home to try anything. But what I've read is that it's all possible still, her little combos and whatever, but the timing is different.
Right.
And it was already pretty tight timing, and now it's even tighter. So it's just like 2-3 days before one of the biggest tournaments of the year. D'Vorah players, some of them are among the best players, by the way. Like, they're really good people, tournament-winning threats.
I mean, I saw some D'Vorah players just saying, like, she's almost unplayable. But then I've seen some other people like, dude, don't listen to the D'Vorah babies, you know.
No, that's what I've read too, but I have read that the timing is different. Okay. So maybe you could relearn that timing, but like 2 days?
Right.
2 days to relearn timing? I don't know. Anyway, Cassie, her gun is now +2 on hit rather than -9 for whatever reason. I don't know why it was. Ermac does some more damage, and his Soul Burst is harder to low profile. That's cool. Aaron Black, he got buffed and thereby nerfed. This is such a weird change. So down 3 has more advantage on hit, and that means if you cancel it into the command grab, then the opponent's still in hit stun when the grab comes out, so they can't be grabbed. So
I have a funny feeling that was just intended to be a nerf.
Oh, I'm sure it was intended to be a nerf.
So it's like, it's even though it sounds better to have, okay, I see what you're saying. It sounds like a buff, but I mean, I'm sure it was intended to be a nerf, 100%, so...
Ferritor does 3 more damage on one of the grabs and 4 more damage on the other.
So I think that just means the command throw in the other modes do more damage.
I think you're right. Goro has...
might actually make them a little more playable.
It's nice. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. Goro has more frame advantage after his command grabs and the chest bump and the stabs and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you caught me with that little chest toss thing a lot. And now you're like, what, +3 it said, or +2 on there?
It says that it's +5, but I don't think that's real. I already felt like I had time to jump, so... I'm curious what Goro can do now with it. Plus 18 more frames. So, but it's nice because that means he gets to sustain pressure even better than he already did, even though he was already awesome at that. Jackie's stanky leg, 3-up-3, is now listed in the move list. I didn't know that she had that because I guess it wasn't listed in the move list. I know she had a 3-up-3. Jason, you can no longer low profile as well against his command grabs and the choke, which was really annoying that you could do that.
Okay.
You could just harass him with down buttons.
Dude, I don't even know why someone's joking about Goro being viable, because he was viable. Dude, Goro. He's so good. He's so good.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Jax, opponent can no longer tech roll after X-ray, whatever. I don't know why I even bother saying that. Johnny Cage, this is unfortunate. So Speed Bag, the little, it's very weird looking. All the hits are -3 on block instead of every 4th one being 0. That sucks, because that was really all he had in Fisticuffs. It's the only reason to play Fisticuffs, basically, was just for Speed Bag. So to nerf that is basically nerfing that variation, and I'm not sure why you would do that, because there's precisely one person who's making that even look like a usable character.
Well, get through the patch list, and I'll talk about my theories in a second.
Sure.
So
okay.
I'll talk about my theories.
All right. Kano, EX Kano Ball, damage increased by 4. That's nice for his combos and for wake-ups. EX Up Ball, damage increased by 3, and now -5 on block, rather than -27. It's just nonsense. That is definitely going to get nerfed later.
Dude, so that means he can do Wake Up EX Ball and be safe 100% of the time then, basically, huh?
What Dan Delbuster told me was that if you crouch block it, the second hit whiffs, and then it's not -5.
Oh, I see. So it might just be a mistake if you stand up and block both hits.
I guess, but... whatever. It's just so weird. I'm a Kano player. I think this is a weird change.
Yeah.
Then Commando Kano, the choke is now -4 on block, so I guess I'll just walk around doing 1-1-2 choke and
like sounds so
back 3-1 choke.
Because what was it before? It was like -12 before, right?
Yeah, it was -14. It was punishable, so you didn't want to do it. So I was just trying to like option select it, but now I'm just gonna be like woo, choking people. So Commando Kano got a lot of buffs because all that stuff affects him, and the EX Ball doing more damage affects him more because his only problem was that he didn't have mid-screen damage. Now he has better mid-screen damage.
I mean, couldn't you do Wake Up EX Ball and then cancel it anyway?
Oh, yeah.
And be safe?
Dude, EX Ball starts like minimum 20% damage combos. If you're fancy, it's, depending on variation, you're doing 40. So I
wonder what the up ball buff was.
Dude, I already thought Kano had one of the best wake-up games. I already did, because of EX Up Ball was already very fast.
Right.
Regular EX Ball was cancelable, and his backdash is one of the best. So dude, doesn't make any sense to me. Kenshi got nerfed a bit. Some stuff happened.
I guess maybe they thought they overbuffed him last time.
Which might be accurate, yeah. Katana got like 14 buffs.
Yeah, we really don't need to go over her list.
Sure. Kodokan, a little bit better hitbox on the choke. It's nice. Ancestral Kungjin goes into a ducking state during that little low shot that he puts out. That's cool. It can see that being useful. They tried to make Hat Trick
I mean,
Kung Lao better.
If it's ducking, he might be able to go under some high fireballs. With
I think that's probably the point.
Okay.
Kung Lao Tempest, now Orbiting Hat does correct combo damage scaling. That's nice. They tried to make Hat Trick a little bit better. Liu Kang got some hitbox adjustments, got some more active states, goes into a ducking state during low fireball, probably the same reason. Windmill Punch and Windmill Flurry can now be 2-in-1 special canceled on block or hit. So does that mean that you're doing Windmill Punch cancel into fireball?
Wait, which character is this?
This is Liu Kang.
The
Windmill Punch.
Are you talking about this thing? That thing where it goes
yeah. Windmill Punch can now be 2-in-1 special canceled on block or hit.
That is really good.
That sounds awesome.
Because there was the mode where he did chip damage, and you did a ton of chip damage on that, right?
Right.
And the problem with it was never safe on block.
Right.
So if you chipped it, you had better hope they died. But now you can actually go chip and then like get away or something like that. So
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Sounds really good to me.
Okay.
And Duelist low Soul Sphere is now a low block.
Okay.
So see what you can do with that. Melina got some buffs, including one that makes her actually heal herself if she hits you with back 1-2 throw chain.
Okay.
That's cool. Some Quan Chi stuff. Raiden, they actually made it so that the hitbox on Babale is a little bit worse, and they also Thunder God's electric normals do less chip, which is probably pretty reasonable.
Right.
And then they made it so that Master of Storms and Displacer has an extra chain. And I don't know what that looks like yet.
Okay.
So. Reptile got a bunch of stuff. He got more damage on a lot of things, and that was his only problem.
Yeah, Chris G will be happy about that. Hopefully so.
I already thought Reptile was really good, so that's cool. Scorpion, what is it, 2-1-4, if I recall correctly, has 4 less cancel advantage and no longer resets the block stun when it's 2-1 canceled out of.
So is that the nerf that hurt him a bunch?
Yeah, for sure.
So, because I saw CD Junior say that he can't do any of his meterless BNBs now or something like that. Or
it's just a really important string.
Which one was that one?
It's the 2-1-4. You know when you see people do Hellfire, right, and they end with the flame on again,
right?
And then they do this block string that's punch, punch, kick, punch, punch, kick, punch, punch, kick. That's the string that they're doing. It's just a really important tool.
Right.
So that's worse is really bad for Hellfire because now the run cancels with it are going to be worse.
And I know I definitely saw Forwood being really angry about the patch coming out 2 days before a major event.
He got top 8 at Texas Showdown and with that character, and maybe that won't happen now.
There's like a good pop bonus coming, there.
Yes.
So.
And dude, 801 Strider apparently spent a lot of time picking up MK. I remember talking with him about it a few weeks ago. He was like, "Yeah, I really like the game. I'm really interested in it. We picked this character," and he picked Hellfire Scorpion. And I was like, "Fantastic choice, man. That character, you have great footsies. You can be able to do a lot with that character. Great execution. You do option selects all the time anyway. You got this." And then today happened, and all that time is maybe for naught.
SP99 asked the question that you were hoping everyone would ask is, the hell is Babale?
Oh, I don't even think about it. It's it's just Superman.
Yeah, it's the Superman move.
Yeah, I should probably say Superman more.
Dude, but you've actually gotten other commentators to call it Babale now.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm not trying to start a thing. It's just what I've always called it. So I don't know. Okay. And then they buffed ninjutsu a bunch, more damage on a lot of things. Shinnok got several hitboxes adjusted to hit more consistently. Also better tracking on finger and stuff like that.
They didn't change the block string thing that he could do?
No. In fact, he hits more consistently, so I'm going to try that out later and see if that means that the 1, 2, 3 fireballs will always hit.
Right.
Because if so, then that's going to do even more damage. Bone Shaper got buffed as well. There's just a lot of stuff going on there. Sonya's dive kick got nerfed on whiff, but she also got some extra damage on things and more cancel advantage on, what is this, 1-1-2, I don't know, whatever. Takeda got maybe nerfed. The last hit of Air Spear and Spear Ryu and now combo damage scaled correctly. I don't know if that's a nerf or a buff. And then Tanya got blown up.
Yeah.
Tanya got a lot of stuff.
Her EX teleport got rocked.
EX teleport does not hit anymore. And furthermore...
Well, it still hits.
Doesn't have armor
anymore. Yeah.
Right. And you also can't attack for 10 frames after a blocked teleport. EX teleport, I guess. That's pretty big. Now, they did make it so that several hitboxes were adjusted to hit more consistently. I thought that maybe one of the potential nerfs was to nerf her jump 2 or 1, whichever's the Superman one. Because that's like such a problem at a teleport. But I guess not.
And they
so she still seems okay.
They didn't fix the thing that I posted about, which was her stance problems.
Oh, that's right.
Right, because depending on her stance, whether you're open or closed,
right?
You know, her forward 2 into teleport will combo or not. Depending on the stances, which is really irritating. So it's just hard to be consistent, you know, and especially for something as dumb as stances, you know what I mean, that really serve no purpose in the game. I'm really surprised they didn't get rid of that concept, right? So...
and then Pyromancer actually slightly increased pushback on blocked fireballs.
Which makes sense to me because it just was, like I said, it was so easy to punish her on blocked fireballs, but she might be really good now. She might be one of the better ones if it pushes back significantly.
Pyromancer? Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, I still think that she sounds good, just maybe not like... Everybody has to play Tanya.
I mean, they didn't do anything
to I was worried about.
The Naginata stance, right? That's mostly the same. It's really the EX teleport.
Yeah.
But even as I'm sad that they nerfed that move, it was really kind of broken.
I still think, like I said, she's going to be one of the best characters.
Yeah, because EX teleport was a move that hit really well.
And quickly.
I wasn't using it when we played. I was always using the drill and the overhead flip kick, which are both not very good wake-ups. So now I think she's going to be much weaker after she gets knocked down, right? Because EX drill doesn't stop jumping attacks or anything like that, right? So it's very easy to do jumping meaties and stuff like that. So I think she's definitely nerfed there. But that EX teleport, I mean, before it was just like block and then she was just free to do whatever she wanted. There's nothing you could do to punish. It was basically a free wake-up, so...
Well, she probably can still do the teleport into the air right after that. She, like, even though she can't attack, I imagine she can probably still do teleport.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure if that's...
I feel like that's why they phrased it like that, but I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
In any case, I still think she's really good. So, a patch for MKX, out of the blue, right before a major that very company is putting up... Was it $10,000?
Something like that, yeah. So look,
I don't know about that, folks.
My theory right now of how they're patching the game, because I swear the patches that they're putting out don't seem like they're designed for high level play. I actually feel like that they're patching the game based on the data that they're getting from their online matches. How much you want to bet nobody plays Kano?
Oh yeah. Definitely nobody plays Kano.
Right? And so he got all these buffs.
I've never seen another... Well, maybe 2 other Kanos online ever.
Right. So he got all these buffs. And Fisticuffs Johnny, at a tournament, not a problem. But if it's online and you don't know how to fight against that, maybe the Fisticuffs Johnnies are just killing everybody. Like maybe they have data that Fisticuffs Johnnies are beating up on everybody and people are getting annoyed and stuff. I really honestly feel like their patches are geared kind of... catered towards their online data that they're getting rather than watching tournaments. That's my theory in any case, because a lot of these changes I just don't feel like make any sense to me. It just seems like
I agree with that.
It just seems like a lot of stuff that it's easy to cry about, so they fix a lot of those things. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just wish that I even said this on Twitter. Even if they gave us 2 weeks in advance. 2 weeks in advance and told us with this patch, because like I said, I wasn't using that EX teleport with Tanya very much. So there was one day I just spent the whole night coming up with combos starting with EX teleport because I was like, I should use this on wake up more. Yeah. So I spent all this time coming up with these cool little Tanya combos on EX teleport, testing out damage, doing all these things, basically for nothing now. You know, if they told me 2 weeks ago, then I wouldn't have spent all that time doing that. So.
Think about Gustavo, who was picking up a new character in a new game and spent a lot of time learning it. And if he had known that character was going to get its butt kicked, then he wouldn't have done it. Yeah. You know, he could spend that time maybe trying to win Street Fighter 4, which is a legit possibility for him. Yeah. You know, so I don't know. I think that's really too bad. I don't know what the reason is for the patch. I don't know that I can speculate on that, but I can tell you what I think the outcome of it is, and that's to make the competitive scene smaller. I think it's
to right. Not their intention, but that's what the result.
That's the actual result. Is that it makes the competitive scene smaller because these players who are not necessarily dedicated NRS players, but who play Street Fighter or Marvel or BlazBlue or whatever else, you know, I know a lot of them. They are going to have a tough time keeping up,
right?
Because they just can't spend all their time playing a million Mortal Kombat characters in case one of their characters gets nerfed. They just can't do that. So they're going to stop playing. That's what happened with Injustice. That's what happened with MK9. Everybody told NRS about that. Certainly I had talked with them about that. And I know other people did too. And it's a risk that they're just inexplicably, to me, willing to take.
And you even mentioned another point too. It's hard for commentators.
Yeah, man. Definitely this is going to happen at CEO. Katana's going to show up, for sure, because Katana Prime is a Florida player who uses Katana. He's definitely going to be there. And I'm going to see him on screen, and I'm going to be like, I don't know what any of her changes are. It just happened 2 days ago, and I have work to do, and I couldn't sit down with Katana for 2 hours. Sorry, but like that's going to be really annoying. You know? Yeah. I'm going to have to like depend on people at home. I'll be like, hey, stream, like, let me know what's going on here. You know? It's very, very obnoxious.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing that you have to admit, though, at least they have patch notes.
Well,
shout outs to the Smash Wii U community.
No, you're right.
Who basically have to come up with their own patch notes themselves.
You're right.
Because Nintendo keeps altering their game and not showing anybody what's going on.
There is at least that.
Yeah, but still.
You know, there was a point where I was thinking that MKX players had to stop maining half the cast, which a bunch of them do.
Right.
Or were trying to do. And I felt like, for example, Rio was having some problems because he was playing like 5 characters and didn't really know any of them like super well. And then he picked Aaron Black, and he went and he got top 8 at ECT with Aaron Black. Just one character. But I think they were right, because they were playing the metagame.
Yeah.
Literally, the metagame, the game outside of or above the game, which is that you don't know when your character is going to get nerfed.
Right.
You don't, or buffed. Maybe you have a backup character.
What if you had a Pocket Kano this whole time?
What if you did? And guess what? You're waking up for free now.
You're going to be choke grabbing everyone for free.
You're just going to be walking around with choke. You know it. Yeah, seriously. And for example, I tweeted Slayer, who really just uses Kongjin Bujutsu, like not that much else. I was like, you gotta, like, dude, you don't know if maybe Evo comes around, maybe Kongjin Bujutsu gets nerfed 3 days beforehand. You don't know. And he was like, yeah, I'm already working on it. I'm already working on other characters. You have to. You have to. And that means that if you're an MKX player, it's really tough to be anything else. It really is. It means that you're not, it's going to be harder for you to play Street Fighter V or whatever other game you like. And if you play another game and you want to play MKX because you like it, you're going to have a harder time too.
I mean, like, think about that one Goro buff, right? Where that one kick turned into an overhead, right? What if your buddy was a Goro player and he's using that move and you're low blocking this whole entire time? Then 2 days before a tournament, they turn that into an overhead and you run into some Goro and he just starts doing that too, and you're like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, you're all confident, right?
Yeah,
and then you're like,
your muscle memory is not triggering on that particular kick, you know what I mean? It's just, gosh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, they really just got to figure it out. Like, I saw a lot of people complaining about League of Legends as well, because they patch their game like every 2 months or something like that. But I don't know. It's just, they have seasons, don't they? Like, isn't it just kind of like regulated a little bit? Or
yeah, there are, and there are more frequent patches than that. But usually they're not that big of changes. The big changes happen, like you said,
after season.
More infrequently, and it's all publicized in advance, and you know when it's going to happen, and
plus another thing too is, I mean, look, I'm sorry to any League of Legends fans out there, but I'm just going to say this: a champion in League of Legends is not nearly as deep as one fighter in a fighting game. Like, I just don't feel like it's comparable necessarily, right?
Definitely, that one champion is not going to be
right.
How it fits into a team can be really
really
fair enough,
deal. Fair enough.
But definitely, like, trying to play one champion is not as
right. Because I mean, that's the thing is, like,
but the team thing is obviously
like Katana, like you mentioned, right? Like, if Katana changes and I run into a Katana in a tournament now, it's like a completely different character.
Yeah,
I can't rely on like minions and doing my normal, you know, like my roaming around and fighting towers the way that I normally did and all this stuff like that, you're just going to get killed by Katana because you have no idea what the hell she's doing all of a sudden, right? So
I mean, we talked about what the buffs are here, and I just like looked past them because the list is long, and I don't really want to sit here and be like,
right.
Oh, it turns out that Gut Gash combo is -6 on block rather than -17. I don't know what that is.
That's the other worst thing, is that they have a name for every chain.
Yeah.
So now you even have to look up this stuff, so yeah.
It's very unfortunate. It really is, because they were told by everybody,
right?
Just, look, game's great. Just don't kill it with patches.
Couldn't they have held on to all these patches and then after EVO just go, boop, here's a bunch of changes. And now let's see how it rides for the next 3 months. Pick up all your changes, boop, there you go.
Of course they could have done that. Of course they could have done that. I mean, maybe they needed to patch the game for whatever I don't know, at the start it mentioned some things that were changed about the system. Mm-hmm. You can now turn off auto-saving and match replays. Fine. If you need to get that out today,
yeah.
Do that, okay?
Right.
But you don't need to have it so, like, all these characters get changed.
Right.
And in the meantime, you didn't even buff Sub-Zero. Can you believe it?
I know, right? I mean, we were talking about this.
Did you know
so many people
some characters can punch right through the clone?
Dude, that's not even fair to Sub-Zero.
How? I mean, to be able to punch space.
Dude,
I can't believe it.
We played a little bit, and I was using Scorpion, and my chain, when I do the spear and hit the clone, he doesn't even, like, delay. It's just like, boom, and it comes back, and I'm, like, free to move again. Like, that clone's useless.
Useless.
Dude. And I can teleport to the other side.
Oh,
so
God.
What's the point of that move?
I don't know. I got to pick a different character because there's no other variation.
Yeah, I know, right? Clone is just pretty much useless. So.
God. Man.
And all those poor guys who worked so hard to get those top 8s in the last 3 tournaments that we talked about.
I don't know how they did it.
They worked so hard, only just to hope, to stick with this character that he would get buffed in a patch. Didn't happen.
Look, they got to get by with,
just
top
garbage.
Yeah, garbage. Top 5-10 footsies, corner carries, corner pressure, jump ins, all sorts of stuff. But hey, you know what? It's true. Some characters who have distended hitboxes can punch through the clone.
Right.
Like Farah or like Lakitor down 1.
Sure.
Maybe the best down 1 in the entire game. But still, it goes through clone. It goes through the clone.
Yep.
Well, good luck to everybody. Good luck to everybody, because he didn't get any buffs. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you want to talk about Xrd?
Yeah, sure. So I saw some people, from the location test, they've been releasing some more footage of Xrd, and there was 2 really great footage that I saw, which was basically someone just picked Johnny and Johnny, and they just went through all their moves and showed all their special moves. And then they did the same thing with Jacko, who I basically had no idea what the hell she did, right? Johnny's already interesting because they changed a lot of moves.
That's
it's just kind of... It was just nice to see how they look and stuff like that, but it just got me hyped, dude. I was just like, Johnny, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah,
I feel like once he comes out, I can just really emotionally invest myself into Guilty Gear Xrd so that much easier, But the interesting thing about Jacko was the way, it's really interesting. She plants down these little buckets, and I swear it's like League of Legends minions come out of them. Because they come out and they start walking along. They even have their own energy meter above their head.
Is that so?
Yeah, so if you hit them, they start taking damage. They don't kill right away. And if they hit you and you block, I'm not sure what the system is, but they show you which ones you place down. So I guess it's only punch, kick, and slash. So there's a PK and an S, ones that you play on the floor. But I saw them level up. I actually saw one of the little tubs on the ground go poof, and it grew a little bigger and it leveled up, and the little minion leveled up.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
And The funniest part was they were showing Jacko versus Jacko.
Yeah.
And so they planted like one of the flying minions and another flying minion, and they started fighting.
No way! Are you serious?
The two minions hit each other, and they started stabbing at each other.
All right,
and
I gotta check this out. That's pretty sick.
Dude, I saw that. I was like, yo, she's like League of Legends all by herself, dude. I was like, that's pretty sick. Like the little minions were fighting each other. So I don't know. She seems really cool. She seems really interesting.
That does seem really interesting. Hey, look, my only reason for not having gotten into that game is lack of character identification.
Well, and too many games.
That's true.
Yeah.
To be fair,
just too many games.
You're right, but
yeah, it's
look into that.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, as soon as I saw those two guys fighting each other, I was like, "Yo, that's so sick."
That is sick.
But it's really cool. I think some people are. Oh, I don't know if people are putting up the videos, but hopefully some people in the chat will find the videos. I know I retweeted them out earlier, so I'll try to grab them.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Xrd. Oh God, I can't wait for that game to come out. But I mean, unfortunately, right now, people have been finding lots of more broken things about the game. Like, someone found a proximity OS.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, so, like, they showed a video example with Leo where he does something, and if you touch a button, he comes out with his flash kick.
Right.
And if you don't touch a button, then he just green blocks and stuff.
Is that easier to input? Is that more practical than SF4 style?
I don't know what the command for it is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but people were also finding counters to it.
Okay.
Which is you plink 2 buttons so that you go into green block, but the first frame of the attack triggers it, and so you just go into green block, right? So
interesting.
But dude, I mean, seriously, like, if you have to play this game so you're keeping in mind all these things like that, I just it's frustrating at that point. And I don't even think it's a fault of Xrd necessarily. It's just that people are just starting to figure these things out more. We're smarter about all these games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As soon as anything requires 2 button presses, you're gonna plink everything now. You know what I mean? It's like plink this into it's just everything leads into everything. So
do you think that there might be something inherent to the way games do proximity blocking that might is this just a quality of lots of proximity blocks?
It could be
across game. I mean, look, it's only 2 games that we know of, but they're quite different. So the fact that they're quite different, but they have like the same OS,
it's a good question. Actually.
Yeah, something to look into.
I was
maybe.
even thinking about it, like Street Fighter V, right, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are saying that the block stop feels long. Like some people are complaining about block stop, right? So you know how Blaze Blue had that problem before, where they said hit stop and block stop are kind of long, right? And I was thinking to myself, like, you can't lower block stop without lowering hit stop. Because if you make one shorter than the other, you've just opened yourself to option selects all over the place.
Yeah.
Right? Because if block stop is shorter than hit stop, then you will have all these option selects so you can time it during that little window difference, and it won't come out on block, but it'll come out on hit all of a sudden. So now with Cammy, I'm doing low forward drill, forward drill, low forward drill. It's just like we're so smart about fighting games now that, like, you're right, like the devs just have to be like totally on their game, otherwise things just explode. It's rough being a fighting game maker right now.
I guess it is. Yeah, I'd really like to look more into that proximity stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Other things I want to talk about, Persia still, I mean, when she first released her first Marvel Minds videos, I thought that was really cool.
Yes.
Dude, she's churning things out. Like, she even had, like, her top 5 mix-ups of a tournament and all this stuff like that. Like, incoming mix-ups. Like, her top 5 incoming mix-ups. She's released some more videos, so I just wanted to give her another shout-out.
Highly agree.
Definitely check that out. I think it's Persia XO on YouTube, Persia_XO on YouTube. So check those out. Another bit of news is Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax is rumored to have an August 25th North American release now. So if you're one of the people looking forward to this game,
there you go.
Coming out in North America. And I do want to mention one little cool thing is that Singapore apparently recently just released a 50th anniversary book. So I guess they had this book where they just had a bunch of articles on a bunch of different cool things of Singapore. and one of the articles in there was about Shen.
Yeah.
He actually has a whole article in there because, what does it says here? So, according to the assistant director, Francis Dorai, it would be interesting to feature someone who pursued a unique vocation.
Yeah.
The fact that Shen has risen to the fore, this is a direct quote, and risen to the top of his game and made a name for himself, I think that's something to celebrate. I think that's super cool.
It is. It is. That's at Channel News Asia. Yeah. That's what put it up.
I just think that's really cool.
It is
to have that kind of happen, because I still remember when GamerBee first got into top 8. When he went home, he was on the news, and he had people bombard him at the airport with flowers and stuff like that. I just think that's just really, really cool.
It is.
I feel like more of that is good. You know what I mean? More seeing these top players as someone who's really excelling at your sport. Because you see that a lot, like when this is this country's first basketball player, this is this country's first hockey player, and they're very important people in their country. And so I think that this is kind of a cool thing and it's like that too. So.
Cool. All right. Congrats to Shen. Also, there's a little KI note up there. We did talk about this briefly last week,
that's right.
but it was after we rambled on about SF5 for like 2 hours.
Right.
I know we didn't really give it its due, which is that Killer Instinct will be on PC. Not just on Xbox One. Yeah, I mean, that really, I think, is big news. And there's no timetable, as far as I know, about when it will be out. I guess that means not soon.
I think it is out, isn't it? I thought someone said it was out.
No, I asked Bailey if there's a timetable release, and he said not yet. So.
Gotcha.
But that's really big. I mean, that's all we've been saying. It's all everybody's been saying. If only we could play it somewhere else. If only we could play it somewhere else. Well, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, not only that, but it's cross-play.
2016. Okay.
Oh, okay, 2016. It's cross-play. So
yes.
PC will be able to play Xbox One play PC. Not only that, if you own it on Xbox One already, you get it on PC for free because it's cross-buy.
Right.
So I already have it on Xbox One, and then now I can just be like, when it comes out on PC, be like, yoink.
You got it, man.
Yeah, exactly. So that's super cool.
It's great, and
that's super cool.
Yeah, not only is it coming to PC, but like you said, they're doing it the right way, making it so that you're not splitting the community in any way. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm really happy about it. Congrats to everybody involved. That's really cool.
Someone actually asked, I just want to address this, will we do Yatagarasu coverage? And yes, in fact, we will. And in fact, I really want to get Mondo on the stream to do that.
Correct.
So
coming
we have
out soon.
That game. Yeah, we have that game. We still have to finish Xrd, Choi Sauce and I. And I actually really, really want to bring on Steve again to do Killer Instinct Season 2.
Agreed.
Because even all the Season 1 characters have changed and everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
So it'd be really cool to talk about that. Season 2, by the way, the finale came out, so it's solidified now. Season 2 is done. Apparently there's a whole story mode in there largely. I don't know if it was written by or just like consulted by, but Maximilian had a lot to do with that story mode and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool as well. So
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, KI on PC. I'll definitely give it a go.
Yeah.
Definitely give it a go. And I'm not trying to make any promises that I'll love it. I mean, I expect that I'll have some reservations about that stuff. Yeah. But man, those characters are just too interesting to not play. That's really what it is I just want to spend time. Even if I don't play it, I can imagine myself in a situation like I was towards the end of my Marvel 3 experience, which was, I didn't really want to play it against people, but Training Room was awesome.
I still think that, like, if I had to pick any fighting game to take on a desert island and I just had to be by myself and I couldn't play another person for the rest of my life, it would be Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
That's a pretty good pick.
Because the training mode, I could just do that for days.
That's a pretty good
pick. For months. Because you could pick any 3 characters, any 3 assists, and just try to come up with something ridiculous.
Agreed.
Then come up with level 1 X Factor combos,
That's the fun stuff.
level 2 X Factor combos. So yeah. And the training mode is also really just it's smooth.
It's
like,
great.
Into this corner, into this corner. Let me change the assist. Let me do this. So it's just really nice.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
So. Okay, so do you want to take a quick break, talk a little bit more Street Fighter V when we come back?
Yeah.
Okay, be right back, guys.